Hey, GT, welcome back.
Hey, wow, Joe, what's going on? We seem to be like, you seem to be getting drunk. Are you getting drunk? How many beers did you have so far?
I've had one beer. I don't think I'm drunk, but I don't know. Do you think I'm drunk?
You've been rocking back and forth.
This chair, these cheap dive bar stools, they're rocking back and forth. That's the problem.
You look like you're on top of something. Like, what are you doing?
Have you heard of, I forgot what it's called. There's a simian. Have you heard of a simian?
No. What's that?
It's like a sex toy that you ride on top of like a horse.
Never heard of it.
You got to be deep into sex toys to know that one. That's one for the real perverts.
Sex toys. You seem to have like a case full of sex toys.
I do. I have a cardboard box full of sex toys. But that's really none of your business. What about you? What do you do when you want to check out a sex toy? Do you just go to the store and try it before you buy it?
As far as sex toys, I don't really. The only thing I bought it was like I never really bought a sex toy.
What about a rubber blow-up doll?
Never owned one. Never.
What about as a joke?
As a joke for someone, have I ever bought a rubber doll? I mean, no.
What about pocket pussy?
Never.
Boring. Okay, GT's all talk. He gets on stage. He's all talk. He's so dirty.
You know what? Once on the Ding Dong Show, they gave me this sex toy, and you're supposed to put your dick in it, and it was stupid. Nothing happened. I just.
So you received it as a gift, and you tried it, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it was. It felt like I'm stick. It was stupid, and it was dumb. It didn't feel like real pussy at all.
Well, I guess the electronics can't make up for the real thing. They just can't replicate the real thing.
Hey guys, you need carpet, hardwood floors, laminate, tile, luxury floors. Log on to selectflooring.biz. You will get all the support you need. And if you need installation, ask for it. Once again, log on to selectflooring.biz for your flooring needs.
Hey, if any of you are in the LA area and you have slippery floors, don't be liable for slip and fall accidents on your floor. Check out tightgripla.com. tightgripla.com. Slip-proofing solutions for any tile floor. Entryways, bathrooms, kitchens, restaurants, you name it. Check out tightgripla.com.
How long have you been doing comedy, Wild Joe?
I started with stand-up in 2012, and I've been doing it straight ever since then. I've been, no more than a month has ever gone by without a show ever since then.
I did my first one in 2007 at the Laugh Factory. I think it was like March or something. And then I didn't do another one until 2008, like June of 2008. And from there on, I kept on doing more and more. And then it was the worst place to start. Actually, if you're going to start doing comedy, don't do your first comedy at the Laugh Factory. But I got kicked off the stage. I think I got kicked off the stage because I was dirty.
At least you weren't boring.
Yeah, I wasn't boring. But thing about it is, like, when you're doing comedy, you have to understand, when you're doing comedy, it takes a while. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to be at it for a long time.
I had a different experience because my first show was just amazing. I just brought the house down. Not to say that, but I did. And everybody was shocked. And I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy. And then ever after that, it was never as good as the first time. I never could catch that same high as I did the first time. The first was the absolute best. And that was at the Hollywood Improv.
Yeah, man. When I first time did comedy, I felt like it's gonna be a cinch. It was pretty easy. because I always could make people laugh. And when I was up there, I felt really comfortable. But I didn't know the whole comedy structure. You know, I was just randomly just say things. And then eventually I found, you learn that you need to set up punchline, the whole structure and tags and all that crap.
Yeah, I guess I had that because I took a little class, a 6-week class, and the 6th week was the show. But the problem was the teacher stole my joke. He actually stole my true life story and gave it to a student in another class, and I happened to go to their show and saw this other woman telling my life story in detail, and I just thought that was so rude of the teacher that I never recommended his class. But it did help me get ready for my first show. It taught me the structure of the punchline, the setup and punchline.
Oh, that sucks. Did you approach him and tell him, hey, why did you steal my story, my comedy?
No, I never said anything. He would threaten me, actually. It was a 6-week class, and on the 3rd or 4th week, he says, you got to tell that story. You got to tell that story. I said, I don't want to tell that story. He goes, if you don't say it, somebody else will. He threatened me, and the next thing you know, somebody else really did, and she messed it up, and she didn't do it that great, and it wasn't even funny, and I'm glad I didn't tell the story, but I still thought that was so rude. He stole my story.
So this guy knew your story word by word, or he was secretly recording you, like that Cohen attorney?
Well, it was actually the introduction to the class. They asked me some questions, and I answered, and he asked follow-up questions like about my life, and it turned out that I told the funny story about this guy, and then he gave that exact story with all the details to another girl.
Are you sure you weren't being recorded?
No, it was a pretty memorable story, and he asked for details like again and again to make sure that he had the story down perfectly, and then he gave it to somebody else.
Do you mind sharing that story with us right now?
Well, okay. It was a website that I went on, and I met this guy who agreed to buy me a MacBook Pro on the first day we met. So I met this guy at the Apple store, and he bought me a computer right away. And he had a discount card, which was a little creepy. He had a discount card that looked like a sheriff's. It had like a LA seal or something on it. And I thought, oh no, is this some kind of setup? Is this the police? Is this the sheriff? But
set up for what? Set up for what?
Like some kind of saying I'm a prostitute or something because I went on a date for a computer. But of course I'm going to say yes to a computer. So anyway, turns out the guy was a coroner, which is even worse. He was a coroner, and even worse than that, he was a child coroner. So he dissected dead children every day as a job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a horrible job. I would never want to marry a guy like that, and then I'd have to say, honey, how was your day? I would never want to have to hear those stories every day. It's so depressing.
So did you eventually get your Mac?
Oh, I got it right away within the first 10 minutes of meeting him, and then I felt bad, like, to just say goodbye after that. So we went out to eat, and we had fondue.
Did you have to have sex with him for that?
No, that was it. We had fondue.
What's a fondue?
Oh, it's like a fountain of cheese, melted cheese that pours like in a circular fountain, and then you have a stick with something on it, and you hold it under the cheese, and it gets soaked with cheese.
Where was this?
This was at the Grove.
Are you sure you didn't have to have sex with this guy for that?
No, I honestly met him outside the Apple store, walked inside with him, bought the laptop. He paid for it with his discount card, and then we went for fondue. He was very fat.
You know what? I guess some girls get it. I don't know.
Well, anyway, the story's not that funny. It's just interesting, I suppose, and so that's why my teacher stole it from me. But that's also why I didn't want to use it as my first stand-up comedy set, because it just wasn't something I wanted to talk about as my first set.
What's so funny about that?
I don't know what was so funny. The joke went really flat when that other girl tried to do it.
Maybe that chick wasn't really the type.
I don't know. She was an older, like, trying to hang on to her sex appeal past the age that she should have.
Yeah.
What do they call that now? There's like a cougar.
Yeah. Cougars, yeah. I've been attacked a few times by cougars. Have you? Do you? What are men called when they're 40s?
I don't think there's such a name for men. This is sexism at work here. It's sexism at work. Hey ladies, are you looking for hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com. Everyday Sweetheart, where you can find the most sexy fashions for going out, club wear, or just to show off for your loved ones. So check out everydaysweetheart.com and get 10% off with deal code TAKE10, TAKE10, take 10. Thanks a lot. All right, we've got our next comics walking through the door, Jaylin Eaves and Matt Larson. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, feeling all right.
Doing good, also feeling all right.
Well, is this your first time in a dive bar like Universal Bar and Grill?
It is my first time in this type of bar, yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It's different. It's cool. It'll be something else I can add to my book, you know? Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be a good night.
Yeah, we specialize in dive bars here. What about you, Matt? Do you like dive bars?
I enjoy dive bars, yes.
How would you describe this bar?
Flooded.
Flooded? I see it's flooded with red velvet. That's what it's flooded with.
Because dive bar, you get it? You dive into it.
Oh, you're very punny guy here.
Yes.
You base a lot of your stand-up set on puns?
No.
One-liners? What would you say is your style?
Well, it used to be, but now my style is person. I don't know. There's no style yet.
Okay. What about you?
I'm very observational. I also use like a lot of personal stories, or not like deep and personal, but just like things that have happened to me or real things I try to go on to make it more relatable, I guess. Yeah.
Don't get deep. Be careful. Don't get deep during.
I don't get that deep. It's like, hey, what did I do today? It was funny. I tell about it. Not anything crazy. So yeah.
You know, people do come out for a comedy show to have a good time, so you don't always want to get into like the deepest dramas of your life.
Yeah, I agree. So I try and keep it lighthearted up there and not talk about anything too serious.
That's good. What about you, GT? Do you like to talk about serious topics during your comedy?
Well, I do talk about my married life. That's kind of serious, no?
Yeah, but it's mostly about like farting and things like that.
What are topics you like to talk about, Matt?
Farting.
Farting. The other day I came home to a fart capsule. And then I was like, I didn't want to be rude to my wife, so I was like, I guess I just have to, it's just part of life. Once you get married, you can't just walk in and say, oh, I'm going to open up the windows. Oh, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. It's all about me. So because there's a baby there, it's like, plus you don't want to be rude. What do you think about that?
I try and hide it. Yeah, you don't want to be rude, so you got to kind of close it off until they go to sleep or go to work. If you're a gentleman.
So you live with a girl right now, or?
Yeah, I do.
So how do you deal with a fart?
A lot of spray, and I pick my moments wisely.
Do you say, hey, do something about this fart? Because it's sort of like, I just can't take it anymore. You fart. Did she fart all night?
No, I've never noticed it once, actually. She's a fart chameleon.
I went on our honeymoon. She was farting nonstop, bro. Nonstop. It was like, I thought I was the farter in this relationship. No, she's the farter in this relationship. You know what I mean?
That's love.
So here you go.
Way to change the subject, GT. So, Jaylin, what do you talk about most in your comedy?
Again, just like usually things that have actually happened, conversation with my friends or something that I just observed that was funny, or just like random stuff that I see that I think is funny.
No dirty words, totally kid-friendly material.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's kid-friendly, but it's not necessarily like, I put it in my mouth and I don't talk about shit like that, you know. It's pretty much like, it's conversation stuff, so it's good, you know.
Yeah, I barely even remember shit like that. What about you, Matt? You keep it clean for your fans?
I won't say clean, but I'm generally family friendly. I'll drop a few, adult words, but I'll talk about, substitute teaching or driving and, things nobody talks about, dating.
You, if you keep it family friendly, you could play more places. You could play on cruise ships.
Sorry about that. I did a cruise ship once, and they didn't tell me it was PG. So, but it just so happened everything I had was PG until the end. And like my ending joke, the first line was, "Are you tired of limp dick?" And all of a sudden, the lights went on. I saw her mom cover her daughter's ears, and they shut the mic off for me. But no one told me. So, and instead of just being like, "Oh, it's PG, sorry, let me change the subject," I was like, "Well, they're going to learn anyway." And I kept going. So that was a lesson, but yeah.
Yeah, I've had children unexpectedly show up in my shows, and I just go on with the set. Because I'm like, what are you doing bringing your child to a comedy show?
Yeah, I would not bring a child to a comedy show. I used to produce a show, and I had strictly no babies, even on the poster, because people would bring babies to a comedy show, and it's too distracting.
Well, a baby at least can't understand these filthy jokes that all the comics are saying.
Agreed.
Agreed, yeah.
This conversation has taken a strange turn. I don't know how to bring it back. How about you guys just tell me what you're working on right now and if there's any place online that people can find you.
You can see me at Mars Lakestrong everywhere.
Follow me on Instagram. That's what I follow. Pay attention to. It's the Jaylin Eaves. I can spell it. TheJaylineEaves. Follow me there.
All right. My Instagram is just a bunch of pictures of insects and food that I ate. So don't follow me there. Follow me on Twitter or Facebook at Wild Joe Comedy. All right, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we got the next comedian coming up. It's actually a wonderful young lady. She's got a great name. She sounds like she got a good crossover and a pretty face. I like the way it goes and how it flows. Please show some love and keep it going cool. Matter of fact, warm it up. Can I get 2 hand claps if you're still with me? Can I get a more hand clap? You with me? Pat, pat. Can I get a pat, pat? Yeah. Pat, pat? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'll take it any way I can get it. Show some love and put your hands together for Miss Jaylin Eaves.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate you so much. And the intro was accurate, I should say. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, Holly. Everybody else, what's up? So now we're speaking Spanish. Great. Wow, this has been, my ass hurts. Them seats are not comfortable. Y'all need to do better. So I was doing background for the movie Dolomite for a past couple days. Oh, are you excited?
That was downtown, a block away from my house.
You see? Yes.
You was on my block
Yes.
last year.
Everybody black was in there. Maybe you just took the joke. There we go. Boom. Yep. See, I done told y'all. So I was doing Dolomite. And if you don't know it, all that it is about a dead comic, and Eddie Murphy's the lead, and it's placed in the 70s, and everybody in there is black. Boom. That's like quick synopsis, right? And they had all like the black comics there too. They had Mike Epps, they had Key and Peele, they had Titus, they had a nigga from The Office, the black one, with the fro. There we go, boom. We had Craig, everybody was in there, and it was dope. And they had everybody in LA, like background black, you know what I'm saying? We was neighbors with you. I'm pretty sure y'all was there. I saw my mama there too, like, they got you, bitch, hell. But you know, so it was lit. And we were, at first, like, we were all like, super excited. We were this close to them, like up close and personal, like Eddie Murphy breathing in my face. I was like, okay, like it was dope, you know? But doing background, you're there all day. So after hour 8, we could not care less. It was like, no one give a fuck anymore, you know what I'm saying? But then like the PA people, they could tell that we lost interest, wasn't really getting into it, but they saw that we were energetic at first. So like, they were trying to get us back up to it. They're like, come on y'all, like, let's see your energy, it's Eddie Murphy. And that worked. But after hour 8, we was like, well, fuck Eddie Murphy, you know? What's he done for me lately? What has Eddie Murphy done for me? Does he pay my bills? Does he, no, so fuck him. We didn't care anymore. And then, approaching the umpteenth hour, it was like 1 a.m. now. You know what? Y'all look like you're having a good-ass conversation back there. I want to know what y'all talking about. You laughing with the... Never mind, I lost interest. Anyway, so back to Dolomite. Yeah, so around 1 a.m., what happened? They told us somebody was stealing. Right? Look, one of the background actors was stealing. Like, we all in this together, you raggedy bitch. Like, how you gonna steal from us, right? So then, after that, now it's 1 a.m., it's hot, so I'm automatically angry. Everybody in there is black, and they wanted us to still work. No. We all went right back up to the lobby, sat down, and we said no, for what? We don't care anymore. Even like a couple of sprinkle white people, they said no too. They were sitting down, so I'm like, good. If I get in trouble, fuck y'all. I'm with Sarah. Like, I'll be all right, you know? And then afterwards, so the security guy came up to us. And of course, he talked like a big game after the fact that the guy already got away. He was like, yeah, you know, if I would have saw him, then he can't outrun me. You know who I am. I'm LAPD. He was like, oh shit. Volunteer. Now, come on now. Volunteer? What do you do? What are you assisting? I don't understand. I'm confused. So, you know, and that wasn't even how I knew he was full of shit. You know people who just smile at the end of their sentences? That's what he was doing. He was, I'm LAPD, volunteer. We gonna catch him. He going to jail. He doing time. I know his address. Yeah. And I was like, you smiling, but I'm still out $40. So what's going on? Like, you gonna get it, or what's the situation at hand? You know what I'm saying? So that was that. It was fun though. It was cool. So I started taking an improv class, like I was telling you earlier. It's just us right here. That's okay. I'm cool. Oh no, y'all looking at me. Wow. Okay, I got more audience members. What's up? So I'm taking improv and I hate it. It's horrible. Like I don't feel like that should be a class. That shit costs $500. And everything that they're teaching are fundamentals. This is what they said. Oh, this is what I was gonna tell you. My teacher was like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys insight. I'm gonna give you guys 202 lessons, like 202 lessons. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a bang for my buck. He's like, in improv, the most important thing you need to know is who, what, where, and why. Everybody was like, oh. For real? That cost me $500? Who, what, where, when? Am I five? Like, what the fuck is this? Huh? Really? You don't understand. I was like, wow. But everyone really sat there and took notes. I'm like, what are you writing down? Please, let me see your notebook. Let me see your notebook. What are you writing down? You can't write down shit. The 4 W's? Y'all niggas just learned this now? Yo, fuck improv. I'm sorry. Like, it was cool and fun, but like, that shit was so dumb. I paid that for you. Man, I'm gonna teach improv. Y'all can take it with me for free. Fuck that. Just be you and be black, and if you're not, just act black. There you go. Yes. We got it. We got that. All right, I'm gonna close on this one last story. So I grew up in the hood, and you know, like normal of just like drugs and murder. You know what I'm saying? Crackhead Bob. Like I feel like everybody got one of those. And in every hood, there's at least one person who's low-key rich, you know what I'm saying? And so I was trying to find her. Like, I was ready for my come up. I'm like, shit, I'm tired of eating meatball hot pockets. Let me get some steak or something. So I thought I found her because she had the perfect cover-up name. It was Letitia. So, like, you know, that's like slightly ratchet, but it's good enough for an interview. So I felt like that she would have been the one. So I went with her, and I made her my best friend. And she invited me to her house. I knew it was her because she was fly. She had like the smartest in our class and like, you know, her name. So when she invited me over, I was excited, over the moon. So I packed a bag because, you know, like, you never know. Rich people always inviting you to random fun activities. So I brought, you know, my flip-flops, my swimsuit, my boots. I brought, you know, my little jersey just in case you got a ball up, something. I never know what's going on. So I went, I'm all excited. And then I got the car, I'm looking around. I was like, I know that 7-Eleven. I know that corner store. What? She lived down the street from me. You know how mad I was? You ain't doing no better. You're not doing no better than me. You live down the street. Nigga, Bob's your neighbor too? Like, what the? Man, there's more to it, but y'all get the point. So I'm gonna end on that. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Jaylin Eaves. Yeah. Thank everybody else for sticking around tonight. Thanks for everybody that's hanging out at the bar. Thanks for everybody giving us love and letting us participate in the joy that is comedy. So we got another comedian coming up and whatnot. It's a pretty talented, wonderful gentleman. Hey, GT, how many more comedians we got, GT? 20 more. 20 more? Oh, shit. All right, GT. You know my memory can only handle about 2 or 3, GT. And it can't even handle that shit and whatnot. Now, this next gentleman coming up, I actually like his name. He sounds like a Superman or some shit. You know what I mean? Like he should just take off his glasses, whip out his dick, tell a couple jokes, go back home, call it a night. Show some love for Mr. Matt Larson!
Take my time. thank you. Thank you. Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? And you? Good? Good? I can address everyone. You? Good? I can address you all individually. Don't want anyone to be left out. I'm going to record this. I'm going to leave it in my pocket. Because believe it or not, I'm working on my career right now. That's right. Every move is a career move, this included. I'm now recording. I'm not asking permission because I'm an asshole. I've been in LA for about 4 years now, and that's become my new barometer of success. You know, it's like, am I still here? I'm successful. No, I'm not so sure. But I'm not sure. Thank you. Please laugh at me. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm 1/32 Spanish. Did the math. And I'm Jewish too, so anything to distance me from being a white man, I'm gonna do it. Cause fuck us. Where the fuck is? Yeah. I'm Jewish, and that's about as far as it goes. I don't know anything about culture. I just claim the title, and I deserve the title because my friends made fun of me so much that gotta hold on to it. But when I was a kid, I was the only Jew I knew. It was very lonely because Jews, just like gay people have to come out, Jews have to come out as well, and it wasn't always cool to be Jew, so lights get darker. And so when I was a kid, my mom was Jewish, and it's only if your mom was Jewish and the reason for that is, she's your son. He's her son. Wow, I'm all over the place. Why am I nervous? No, because she's your mom. You don't know about the dad, but she's your mom. So you're definitely Jewish if your mom's Jewish. That's why the rule is the way it is. But I was so self-conscious about being Jewish. I was like, hey, Dad, what religion were you before you converted to Judaism? And by converting to Judaism, all you got to do is just start saying you're Jewish now. He said, Gentile. Everyone know what Gentile means? It is defined as being not Jewish generally. So I didn't know what that meant. So for the first 10 years of my life, what religion are you? Oh, I'm half Jewish, half Gentile. Half Jewish, half so fucking not Jewish at all. Fuck the Jews. Yeah. You're probably distracted by my broken finger. Can you guys tell? I have a broken finger, see? Isn't it disgusting? I'm very self-conscious. Don't look at it. Don't look. It's good for sex. Hell yeah. Thank you. Cut me off. No. It's cool. I broke it, so I don't know if you can tell I'm pointing at you right now, and I think I am, but it's actually that guy. Isn't that weird? Problem is, I had to go to physical therapy for my finger, and that was really embarrassing, because they don't have a finger unit at the hospital. You're there with everyone else. So first of all, I'm in immense pain, just like, ow, like a little bitch. And then someone's learning how to walk next to him, just like, oh, I feel you, brother. Oh, here we go. We're in this together. If you're paying attention, that might be funny. I lost it. I'm a bitch. It's true. I know I'm a bitch, actually, because someone yelled at me from their car once. It's a true story. I was standing on a street corner in Sherman Oaks, lovely neighborhood, and someone driving by out of nowhere just yelled out, "You a bitch!" and just drove away. I swear to God. I'm looking around for his best friend somewhere, and in the distance, as I'm looking around, I hear him yell back at me, "Yeah, you!" And there I was, alone, feeling kind of like a bitch. And just to get a full visual, he wasn't driving, he was on the passenger side of his best friend's ride. Hollering at me. Guess I'm one of the bitches, ladies. Hey, me too, am I right? Me too. No, you disagree? Just trying to fit in. Yeah. let's do some crowd work. What's your name? Kyle. Yeah, it's Jason. We came here together. It's very safe crowd work. I don't want to take any risks. He's a plant. Okay, you got me. You saw me sitting next to him, didn't you? I got a dog recently, and what? Was that something talking to me? Didn't think so. Sorry for interrupting. Well, we were all talking during his set too, so it's all fair. I got a dog, and I never really noticed till recently, but dogs, whenever you pet them, they always lie on their back, right? And they have their arms like this, and have their legs like spread eagle. And I think they're trying to tell us something. They're trying to say, don't pet me here, pet me here. No one pets me down here. And they really want it, and no one gives it to them. Is that a 7-minute light? 7 minutes left? And, so my parents had a dog, and he was like Frankenstein level. He had lumps and bruises, and he was holding on for dear life. And I feel like it's because we never touched him down there. I felt bad for him, Always lying down with spread eagle. No one in his whole life touched him down there. He had a bucket list of one thing, was that. So I thought, they're going to put him down, and I thought, I might be able to save some money if I just go buy some dish gloves. And, be a good person. Anyway, a saint. I was playing with a couple of dogs at the park, actually, and I was playing a tug of war with one, and I was giving a belly rub to the other. I had this weird thought. I thought to myself, I think I can handle myself in a threesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for existing tonight.
Another round of applause for Mr. Matt Larson. Yeah, giggity goo. Just want to give a small note. Anybody who masturbates, you're all a bunch of self-rapists, and be ashamed of yourselves. Actually, I rape myself too. I get very vigorous. Give myself a sock burn sometimes. Get aggressive. It's weird. And then you still beat off after you get the little sock burn. Fucking men, fucking perverts. It's terrible. It's so sad. God, it's so sad. God, I'm gonna call my mother later. Tell her about it.
Hey guys, you looking for a tent? You need a tent for storage. You need a tent for your wedding. You need a tent for your party. You need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com and browse around. See what you want. See what fits your needs. Once again, webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com or call 1-877-918-TENT.
Hey guys, we're back with our next comics. We've got Trey Melton. He's melting.
That's right.
And Angel Laketa Moore.
You got it right. I knew you could do it.
It's not that hard. It's just long.
Yeah, it's long, but I'm worth it. I'm worth the long title.
Yeah, you don't want something that's not hard, but it's just long. That actually sounds pretty bad. But anyway.
Yeah. I didn't hear that one, but sorry.
It was a double entendre. That's all it was. A little sex joke.
So we have GT here too. GT, are you having fun before the show?
Yeah, let's talk about what you guys like to talk about. What's your comedy all about? What's your main subject all about? Are you afraid of going on stage and talking about certain subjects?
Afraid of going on stage talking about certain subjects? No, not really. I don't think so. I've never been too nervous. I would never be racist on stage. I'm afraid of that. I don't want to get beat up after. But other than that, I keep it pretty G-rated for my mom and other fans out there.
You seem laid back. You seem very laid back.
Yeah, I'm pretty laid back. I like to be chill. I'm from the South, from North Carolina, so I'm chill.
What's funny is that you said you would never be racist on stage. Are you racist off stage, though?
Yeah, no. I try and continue that throughout life.
I was like, he was very specific about that. I try not to be racist on stage. Well, what are you doing off stage? No.
You do have to be careful, though, because I had this joke about fat people. It wasn't fattest, I don't think, but it was about being skinny, how it's not really the best because you could get beat up by fat girls. And the whole audience was big, fat people with their arms crossed, and I got no laughs, and they didn't like me.
Yeah. Especially when I'm like, hey, I'm from the South at the beginning of my stuff, people are already like, I don't know about this guy. So, you just got to be careful. But no, I don't think there's like a off limits if you're respectful about it.
I try to know my audience. I'll talk about anything, but if I want to do well, I try to know the audience and know what they would find entertaining. So I do cater to people, but I'm not afraid to talk about anything.
Yeah, I had bad luck that day because I came up with this whole new fat set, and then I got to the venue, and it was all fat people for some reason.
Yeah. Maybe you should have looked at those people, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Sometimes you got to know.
You got to have a backup set.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Like, I have a clean set, and I have a very blue on set. I'm not going to do my on set in a church setting. It's just not going to go as well.
Yeah. When I first started comedy, I only had a dirty set, and then I went to do my show, and there was like a 10-year-old in the front row, and I didn't have any clean jokes, so I just had to go through it and teach him everything about sex.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, nah, I just would have bombed and would have been coming up with new material on the spot.
Would have been a whole bunch of improv up there. I would have been making it up as I went and apologizing after.
I was like, today is his day to learn.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I ain't never done that. If I see somebody young, I'm not about to be cussing and talking about my private parts. I'm just going to be like, I'll let your parents explain that. I ain't going to do it up here.
That's very mature of you. That's a better person than I am, I guess.
Well, I got 3 kids, so I would prefer that for my own children. Granted, they've heard some foul stuff come out of my mouth, but it's from me, their mother, not some random comic on stage.
Yeah, that kid probably had a lot of questions for his mom when he left that show. Mommy, what's up?
You should have said you didn't listen to the lady up there. She explained it all for you.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you guys going to be talking about tonight?
Some parenting stuff. A lot of my stuff comes from parenting, from being a woman, just, things that are very personal to me, but still resonate to more than just me.
Yeah, that's really relatable. Like, a lot of people are women, and a lot of people have kids, too.
I used to be on the Mary Jane life, smoking the weed, so I got some not crazy, but like definitely interesting stories about that. And then just some relationship stuff. I don't know. I have like awkward things happen to me, weird things, and I like it almost, so I roll with it to use it in my material. Pretty much like that.
That's a good way to mind your own life. And something weird happens, you're like, well, at least it can become a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. When my kids are assholes, that's part of my material.
I have a baby. I have an 8-month-old baby. I hope she does not become an asshole. But I guess you don't really know how they're going to come out.
Well, hopefully, for the sake of coming up with more clean comedy, she will, and that'll be great for you.
I already have a lot of jokes about her diapers and some others. It's still not clean. Even though it's about a baby, it's still not clean.
Oh, yeah. When she gets older, she's going to love hearing about all those jokes and stuff you got. She'll be nice and embarrassed in the front row. She'll be that 10-year-old you were just talking about, actually, right there.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to change our whole vocabulary and everything we talk about at home because she's going to soon start understanding English, and it's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, I definitely accidentally taught my first son his first cuss word.
No, I'm not. I'm only 22, so y'all got to do like the spelling thing, right? You just spell the cuss words, right? Isn't that the trick? You spell the words you don't want them to know?
As long as you don't teach them how to spell.
Well, I was about to say, my 8-year-old, thank God, can spell, so that phase is over. There's no more spelling stuff out.
I remember being a little kid when I found out a dirty word, like a new dirty word. It was like the ultimate thing. I had to know what it meant. Like, I went around, I was at the ballet, and there was this guy dancing on stage in these tights, and the girls behind me said, "Oh, is that a boner?" And I'm like, "What's a boner?" I had to find out.
Yeah, I found out what a boner was a different way, but yeah, I kind of relate.
As long as you learn what it is before you hit 22, I think is good.
I've kind of come to the conclusion that bad words, cuss words, are just for kids. Because adults can say them, no big deal. They have no impact. They're like not even that strong of words anymore. But when a kid says it, or to say it in front of a kid, that's like a big, big deal. Like, cuss words are just for kids.
Yeah, that's a showstopper. I don't know, because then you have like the kids that are like really sheltered and don't know anything, and then you have like the ones that just let it fly as soon as you, and then I don't know if a cuss word is I think all kids cuss now. That's my thing.
It's more fun to cuss when you're a kid. When you're an adult, the fun has worn off.
Yeah. But when does it become okay? That's my thing.
No, I still have fun cussing. I'm not sure if you just wore those out too early on, but I have a good goddamn time throwing out a cuss word here and there. It's just all about using it at the right time. When you use it at like the perfect time, there's like nothing better than to get like a good fuck right in the right place. There's nothing better, in my opinion.
Has to be in the right place. Has to be in the right place. So what's your guys' social media? What you got going on that you want to promote online?
My social media is at That Chick Angel. I have a show on Bravo Digital called Weekly Dish Happy Hour and a couple of shows on Facebook, but you can search for me under That Chick Angel.
Awesome. What about you, Matt?
Follow me at the Trey Melton on Instagram. I do all my stuff on there pretty much. A little bit on Facebook, same thing. It's all the Trey Melton. But yeah, just Instagram videos, stories, and stuff like that. If you want to laugh, check it out.
Cool. All right, you guys, good talking to you, and I look forward to your sets.
Sweet.
Thank you.
All right, so back in the game, we about to crank it up. We got another wonderful comedian. I need some icebreaker interaction. I need to make y'all use your hands. I don't see no drinks. Y'all drinking? Are you drinking? All right, so if you're drinking, because put your down your drink for a second. Can I get 2 claps like this? Pat, pat. I said, can I get 2 claps like this? Pat, pat. That's what I'm talking about. We got the next comedian coming up right now. A wonderful, talented young lady. She got 3 names, like she LeBron, Lincoln James. I don't know what it is. She's a Laker on the inside and a lady on the outside. She's beautiful, fly. She got mad talent, and she kills it with a couple of guys. Put your hands together and show some love for Miss Angel Laketa Larson.
Mista See.
Yes, ma'am.
My last name is Moore. What would you say in Lasso? What does that say? Yeah, I don't know who Angel Laketa Larson is, but you know what? It's not your fault. You right. Possibly if you would have got here on time, you'd been able to look at that flyer, but that's all right. It's okay. Don't get upset.
Am I supposed to trust that I'm meeting?
I don't know. You know, I did, and now I'm here. That's what happens when you answer random Facebook messages with a yes. But thank you, GT, Wild Joe, Caroline, the man who was doing a set that nobody asked him to. I mean, we here, ain't we? I'm not really sure what this is, but we here together, and I thought about doing some new material, but no, not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to give y'all this quick 7 minutes. Let y'all enjoy y'all's night because I got 3 kids and I need to get home to them. Yeah. Actually, I've been trying to lose some weight. I recently had twins, so trying to keep it together. Thank you. Yeah, they're 41 months old, so the postpartum weight loss has been a little difficult, but I will get snatched here soon. I found out recently, though, that I'm always probably going to struggle with losing weight. I went to the doctor, and it turns out I have something that a lot of black women struggle with. I have really high self-esteem, so it's hard for me to recognize my flaws. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty content with how I am, you know? Like, it's not even a problem. I'm like, bitch, you cute. Like, I remember when I was younger, and I would see women with, like, cellulite, and I'd be like, Angel, don't you ever get that big. Do not get cellulite. And of course I have it now after 3 kids. And when I first saw it on me, I was like, oh my God. Bitch, your leg got so much character and personality. You are so fucking fine. I mean, black women, we have a lot of confidence. We could be 473 pounds and we're not gonna call ourselves fat. We are thick. Yes. There's a difference, okay? A doctor could tell us we have diabetes. No, we don't. We got the sugar, okay? Because we sweet as hell. A doctor could tell a black woman she has high blood pressure, and she will probably use some excuse like, of course I have high blood pressure, okay? My ancestors went through slavery. They went through the Jim Crow South. They went to the Civil Rights Movement. My high blood pressure is from anxiety because I don't know what you sneaky white people got up your sleeve next, okay? I'm trying to deal with this, and I have to cope with it with some smothered fried pork chops, All right, my ancestors fought hard for me to eat ice cream. And you will not oppress me, you colonizer. That's not what you're about to do. You won't oppress me with your bland chicken breast. I'm not having it. But anyways, being in LA has been an experience. I'm a transplant. Is anybody else a transplant to LA? All right, all of us. That's the reason. That's how we ended up here. We didn't know what this was. If we lived here, we would have known where we were headed to tonight. And we would have said, no. Driving in LA, you already know. Driving in LA is really different. Recently, I was leaving my girlfriend Denora's house, and I was approaching a red light, and I hear this woman's car tires screeching behind me, and I look into the my rearview mirror, and she's doing all this, gesticulation or whatever. And like a good Christian girl would do, I gave her the middle finger, and I kept it moving, right? Well, then I get to the next red light, and she's still behind me. And then I realize she's jumping out of her car to walk over to me. And I'm trying to get my seatbelt off, because I'm just like, okay, this woman has to have mace, a knife, a gun. If she's gonna jump out on me, first of all, she's only she looked like she may weigh 86 pounds. She's probably 68 years old. So I'm like, she's gotta be carrying heat. If she's gonna jump out on me, I weigh 173 on a good day, okay? Without the wig on. So she gets to my car window before I can get out, and she yells, "You nigger!" Y'all, time stood still. And I could literally hear the voice of God in my ear. And he said, "Angel?" And I said, "Huh?" He said, "I need you to think. What would I do?" And I said, "I don't know. I didn't know you drove a Corolla, so I didn't know this would happen." And he said, "I need you to calm down. I need you to get out the car, and I need you to whoop that bitch's ass." Right? And I said, who am I to argue with the voice of God? So I get out the car, and I push this Golden Girl lookalike 2 lanes over, right? And now she's in the lanes of oncoming traffic on the ground crying like, "Nah!" And I go over and I'm like, "Look, if you buck, bitch," right? And then I hear the voice of God again in my ear, and he's like, "Angel." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Now go over there and stomp her in the face." And see, that's when I realized this was not the voice of God. I forgot I had my husband on Bluetooth the entire time. I should have known something was up when the voice of God was irritating me and turning me on all at the same time. So now I'm feeling bad because this old lady is about to get hit by cars coming by. So I did what any good Christian girl would do. I got in my car and I rolled down, let that bitch lay there. But just so y'all know, if y'all see Betty White's in these streets, let her know I'm gonna fuck her up on sight if I see her. All right, you guys, my name is Angel Laketa Moore. You can follow me at That Chick Angel. Hope you all have a good night. Give it up for your host, Mista See.
Another round of applause for Miss Angel Laketa Moore. Goddamn right. I don't know. I done got 2 bad names. I think I should fuck up everybody's name for the rest of the night just to be consistent. Agree? All right, maybe not. All right, excellent. Anyway, we got more talent coming up to the stage. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the GT Comedy Jam. Give yourself a round of applause. And clap for the building, because the Universal Bar and Grill has always showed us love consistently for the last several months. Love this place. I need some interaction. So, what's your name and where you from?
Maddie.
Where you from, Maddie?
Palmdale.
What high school you go to, Maddie?
I went to or go to.
What's the name of your high school?
Palmdale High.
Well, who's the mascot?
Palmdale Falcons.
Do you have a question, Maddie?
Do I have a question?
Yes, we're taking questions. Anybody got questions?
What do you think my name is?
I think your name is Matthew, and they call you Maddie because you're such a cute, small little bitch. Emmanuel? Oh my God, he has a knife on him. Everybody back up. His name is Emmanuel. He has large calves. He has a watermelon-sized calves. That's a Trump joke, by the way. Anyway, on to the next comedian. Thank you for participating, Maddie. You're a cool dude, man, and whatnot. All right, so next on the stage, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. Now, I read this name on the flyer. This might be this dude's name. I'm not sure, though, because I did get it from an Armenian, and they're kind of Russian. So he's probably doing that Russian spy thing and set me up. You watch MSNBC and all that, right? Straight. All right, so next up on the stage, we got another wonderful comedian coming up. I need some follow back. Can I get a hell yeah? I said, can I get a hell yeah? That's right, you got to get better than that. These comedians bring their children up on the stage. Show us some love and put your hands together for Mr. Trey Melton.
I was gonna let you go. I was gonna let you keep going. How about the lungs on that guy? Give it up for him right there. Healthy lungs. What's up, y'all? I'm Trey. I'm from North Carolina. Anybody from the South? No? Okay. Sick. I just moved out here a little while ago. I haven't been out here too long. Everything's so expensive out here. You guys know that. Seriously. Rent's so expensive. Food is so expensive. Gas. So expensive. Every time I go to a gas station, it's like I fill up just enough to make it to a cheaper gas station. I'm just trying to get home here. I'm going in circles. Like weed's almost cheaper than gas out here? That's crazy. I saw like weed for $3. That's ridiculous. You can't tell a stoner that though. I was trying to tell a stoner, hey man, did you know that weed and gas pretty much the same price? He's like, man, you don't get it, man. You don't understand, man. It's that premium weed out here, man. It's that fuego. The weed is gas, man. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but it doesn't move my car. It doesn't even move me, actually. It makes me move less. It's horrible. I used to be a stoner. Used to be into it, smoking the weed. Anybody smoke weed out here? Whoop, whoop. Couple stonies out here, yeah. I think my most depressing moment as a stoner was when I ordered delivery and fell asleep before it got there. I mean, what happens when that happens, you know? I think my happiest moment as a stoner was when I woke up and it was at my doorstep, y'all. I opened the door and it was there. What kind of person does that? They deserved an award or something. A Ben & Jerry's ice cream named after them. A new job. A tip. I should have been awake. I should have given him a tip. That's on me. I only cry about being single sometimes, every day. I haven't been in a lot of relationships, but have I gotten a lot of girls? No, I have not. I've not gotten a lot of girls. In fact, Bumble gave me a notification that says, thanks for being one of the good guys. I have 12 matches over 2 years, so I guess that translates to congratulations, you're a weenie. I just got out of a relationship. She broke up with me, and she broke up with me because she said I was a bum and she worked too hard to be with me. She was unemployed, so obviously that means she's an idiot. Right? After that happens, you know, you always have the people that come up to you and you're like, you know, it's a good thing she broke up with you. It teaches you about love, you know, like you learn more about relationships and how to love more. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. But how about I learn about loving by, I don't know, loving someone. Thank you. After all that happened, I was kind of upset, super down, so I'm like, you know what? I got to do something nice for somebody so I can feel good about myself and feel happy again. Or somebody has to do something nice for me, and that obviously wasn't happening. Woo! So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something nice for someone. So I was walking down the street one day, saw a man holding the sign. I had $5 in my back pocket. I walked up to him. I said, here you go, buddy.
gave him the 5. And he just stood there and looked at me like I was an idiot. And I said, no, that's yours right there, Matt. And he was like, thanks, I guess. And that's when I looked down at his sign and saw that he was a sign spinner for a yogurt place. He wasn't homeless. He was working. Yeah. And then he kept the $5, but that bothered me for a little bit, you know. But then I was like, you know what, this dude flips signs for a job, so you know what, I did help someone out. I do feel good. All right, that's my time. Follow me at Trey Melton, or just follow me around for a little bit here. Thank you. Mr. C, Mr. C.
Another round of applause for the gentleman who is outstanding. Yeah, baby, yeah. Stick it where it don't play. Hell yeah, Mr. Trey Melton killing the game.
Hey, a big thanks to all our listeners and a very special thanks to all our fans who came out to check out our last show at Universal Bar and Grill. Universal Bar and Grill in North Hollywood, where they carry Global Vodka. Our sponsor, Global Vodka, it's 100% gluten-free, smooth finish, great taste from Italy. And Global Vodka, you can check it out at global-vodka.com or come see us live and have a taste for yourself.
It was kind of fun. Yeah, we almost had a packed house, and we had some hecklers in there, and we're gonna have them on. I talked to them, and they said, "Hey," and I said, "Hey, why don't you just come by and get on our podcast about what makes you heckle, what makes you talk over comedian sets."
Yeah, that is a kind of funny mentality, the heckler. It's a certain type of person that goes to a show just to heckle. And that was about the only response we got from the audience tonight. It was a very quiet crowd. It was like doing stand-up in a library.
Yeah, it was like it was one of those quiet nights, but we got some laughs. We were starting to get some laughs here and there.
Here and there. It is very quiet. It's 10 p.m. and we are the only people left in the bar. This is not really a happening place right now.
Feels like some spooky place with a couple of hecklers hanging out in the back and taking their time to come back out here and get interviewed. I hope it doesn't get crazy.
I don't know how crazy it could get when it's just me, you, and a bartender who is very bored right now.
And 2 drunken, crazy, high hecklers.
Where are they?
They're in the patio. They were supposed to come by now.
Well, I don't know if you can really count on a heckler. We had some cool comics, though. We did get some really clever, funny comics who had a lot to say. You had a lot of ladies on this show, GT. That's good.
Yeah, but quite a few ladies, and they seem supportive.
Yeah, they looked like they were all friends with each other. They all hugged each other. They knew each other. That's nice to see people you know when you go to a comedy show.
Yeah, it's quite you see these women walk in and they're supporting each other and stuff, and then you have people who just want to sneak in without paying. It's kind of like a cheap thing to do.
Oh, really? Well, at least we have UGT at the door to make sure nobody's sneaking in and not paying their admission.
Yeah, I don't really get those kinds of people. They just want to sneak in.
Joe, interesting. What's your name, sir?
Suck my cock, you're a dirty whore.
Okay, that's a very interesting name. I'm Wild Joe. You said you don't like comedy. You like singing.
You guys are a bunch of fucking annoying assholes, and if it wasn't for the LAPD, I'd jump on that stage and knock your lights out.
This is a true heckler. He loves heckling, even when the show's over.
That wasn't a question.
Yeah, it wasn't a question. It was just a statement.
You guys are boring, man. You guys got no minds of your own, man. If you're under 40, you're a stupid idiot.
Wow, you must be over 40.
I'm 40 now.
So you just became less than a stupid idiot. When was your birthday?
77.
Okay, so you've just become smart in the last year.
Well, I didn't go to college, so no one told me that Islam is good, and no one told me that men could be women and women could be men, you fucking morons.
So now you learned all about men becoming women and women becoming men?
What is wrong with you fucking idiots? What is wrong with you morons? Teaching your toddlers it's okay to be a woman? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my sight. I watched a woman the other day on YouTube tell her 3-year-old boy 3 times, "Are you a boy or a girl?" The kid said, "I'm a boy. I'm a boy. But if you want to be a girl, you could be a girl." The kid is smarter than mom.
Yeah, he's like, what's going to happen to my private part?
His God-given instincts were to squint his eyes and go, "Mom, you're a fucking idiot."
So you don't think I'd be a good man?
Listen, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but leave the children alone, you cocksucking motherfuckers.
I noticed you talking to the hottest chicks in the bar over during the show. How was that going?
I don't recall what you're saying, actually.
A beautiful babe was over there. You were talking to her during the show.
Was I? I don't remember.
Wow. You're like a person that doesn't even see color.
Yeah, I'm not a ladies' man at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Born to fight, not to love.
Aw. Well, you had your chance here to really speak out and heckle. What do you like about heckling?
I don't heckle. I just see idiots talking about nothing and they bore me, so I intervene.
Would you say if the person is more boring, you heckle the most?
If they're dying up there and they're boring, yeah, I intervene. If they're interesting, things go good.
So it's an intervention. It's to help the comic.
If they're these New World Order babies, I ignore them completely. And there's this era in the air that's like, what the fuck is going on? You're putting out a frequency that's trying to dominate our minds, you fucking New World Order babies. So I just shut up and I don't even listen. I don't know what you guys are even talking about, but it is a destruction of humanity, what you guys are talking about.
So you're shutting down these ideas that are coming out that are New World Order ideas. That's what your heckling does.
I'm not shutting them down. Humanity will shut it down. Watch. You guys will hurt some people, but overall humanity will teach you what the real way of life is. And men are men, and women are women.
Well, nobody was talking about transgenders today. I feel like people were telling their personal stories about their relationships and things in their life, and you just didn't want to hear it.
Most of the time I was outside drinking, so I don't know what you're talking about tonight.
Okay. Well, it always makes things interesting when we get audience members shouting out, participating. It keeps the show more unpredictable and wild.
Well, all I can say to you is drink, smoke, have a good time, and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Spoken like a true dive bar patron.
All right, are we done? Or because I want some real questions. I want some fucking nasty, nasty questions, and you're not giving not one to me.
Well, we are done, but you can say whatever you want to say as your final thoughts.
God bless America.
Alrighty, thank you from our heckler.